Okay guys, so there's a lot of excitement about this Oli P90 device and a lot of questions about what it is, so I'm going to go through as succinctly and quickly as possible while covering some of the most important points. So first of all, it's a frequency device. It has the ability to put two main types of frequency throughout the whole body simply by sitting in a chair with your feet on it. It's very practical and easy to use, unlike, for example, some of the devices like the wands, which are fantastic devices as well, using Terahertz, but they're not necessarily easy to use because you have to focus on, basically you can do nothing else while you're using it. Maybe for 20 minutes or 30 minutes you just have to do that, whereas with this device you can sit with your feet on it, you can watch a movie, you can have a coffee and a chat, or do whatever you normally do sat in a chair. It's not obtrusive, it's totally silent, and it doesn't get in the way of you doing other things, so it makes it very convenient to use. It's more powerful than the wand devices that you may already be familiar with that use Terahertz, because one of the similarities between this and the Terahertz wands is it also uses Terahertz. So it uses Terahertz like the wands, but in a more convenient, practical fashion. Absolutely excellent for clinics, but also for home use. So it's going to be putting the frequencies throughout your whole body just as you're sat there, and the first one is Terahertz. I'm going to spend less time on that than the other frequencies, because most of the people watching this will already be very familiar with the wonders of Terahertz and all the fantastic things that can do through the wand. So this does all of those things that the wand can do, only more powerfully and more conveniently, but it also has another set of frequencies, and that's what I'm going to talk about next. So as you see, these are the two types of frequency, Terahertz and bioelectromagnetic, okay? And the PEMF side is 1 megahertz high intensity energy transfer, okay? And as you can see, the few points there, it acts on various parts of the body, but it goes through the whole body. It heats your body from the inside out. One of the things that's quite unusual for people when they first experience this is they sit with their feet on it and it starts warming their body, but if you touch it, it's not warm. And that's all through the frequencies that are going on. And, so it is quite an unusual experience, because you expect normally when you get warm it's because there's some heat coming at you, but there isn't. So let's look at the PEMF. Okay, so what does that do for the body? So now, before I get into that, I'm going to just explain a little bit that the Terahertz has a massive range of things that it does, and we've seen some incredible results using the wands with Terahertz, okay? So the PEMF has some overlap with Terahertz. So some of what the PEMF does, also Terahertz does, but in a different way. I look at it a little bit like boxing. Okay, so a boxer is going to do much better if he has two hands, right? He's got a left hook and a right hook or whatever. Fighting with one hand, you know, is limited. So what we're doing here with the two different frequencies is we're attacking the same problem but in different ways. So it gives you a two-punch solution. So as I say, some of it overlaps. So for example, both of them help with circulation. Circulation is a massive deal because improving circulation affects just about everything in your body. It affects the ability to get oxygen and nutrients to everywhere that is needed, and it also affects the ability to flush cells and flush toxins out of the body. So increasing and improving circulation on its own is a big deal, and both of these things do it from a different angle. So left and right hook to the circulation. Okay, so let's look at what this does. So first of all, the meridians. So it acts on clearing and helping the flow through the meridians. Okay, that's number one. Number two, we've just mentioned, it helps with circulation. It also dilates blood vessels. So once your circulation improves, as I've already mentioned, that's going to help out a lot of stuff, especially microcirculation, because what it does is it separates the red blood cells. Because one of the problems that we run into, because of the lack of electromagnetism, the Earth is a big magnet, and it's actually dropping in its magnetic power, okay? And we are also separated from that because we've disconnected ourselves from the earth. We don't walk barefoot anymore very much. We have rubber soles and all the rest of it. So we're disconnected. So we're electrically challenged, and those electrical imbalances are having a big effect on our health in a very bad way. So what this is doing is it's supercharging us up again. It's charging the batteries of our cells. So every cell is a battery, and it's charging them. And so one of the things that happens, so red blood cells, when they become uncharged or discharged and they lose their charge, then they start to stick together, because what pushes them apart is the charge, positive to positive. So each red blood cell inside is a negative charge, outside is a positive charge, and when you do positive to positive, you get a repelling action. When you lose that charge and you start to get the rouleau effect, or the sticky blood, that blood can't get into the capillaries effectively anymore, and so you start to starve certain parts of your body of oxygen and nutrients and so on. So this is going to help stop that by recharging those cells, helping them to separate and flow smoothly, and that's part of what happens to increase the circulation. So that being done, then you get a better supply of nutrition, and also oxygen to the cells, and to anywhere that the body needs that. Okay, it helps to regulate endocrine glands throughout the body. That also has an effect on digestion, so it improves digestion, another massive deal that helps with a lot of stuff. It helps to eliminate mutated cells. Now that's careful language, so the cells that are mutated, the ones that maybe don't die and overgrow, those cells it helps to kill or eliminate, get rid of. Okay, right, and also so eliminates blood waste. So detox is one of the things that is vastly improved once you increase circulation. Okay, so that's the first 6. Let's look at the next 6. Improved sleep is a big deal, and I've had already testimonials of people in the US who've only just had their devices saying that they're getting better sleep than any sleep thing they've ever taken before, just from using this device. And it does that by stimulating the pineal gland and producing your own melatonin, okay, which is perfect. Right, it increases the permeability of the blood vessel walls, which accelerates the elimination of things that need to be eliminated. Right, so this is a big one, preventing osteoporosis. There are studies proving that this PEMF can help with bone growth. Okay, that's a big deal, and that bone strength and so on. So osteoporosis is a major problem as people get out more elderly. So here's a big one. Patients receiving PEMF have a 20% higher chance of improving blood sugar compared to the drugs that doctors typically prescribe. I won't name the drugs, but I think many of you will know what those are. So 20% better than the drugs, but without drugs. Without the side effects that go along with the drugs. I mean, that is unbelievably awesome, and there's so many people who are diabetic or pre-diabetic that they're going to, that this is just an amazing tool, just if it did that. It can aid in bone healing and cartilage regeneration. So I mentioned bone before, but now cartilage as well. There's so many people who've got damaged cartilage or even bone on bone, and it is possible to regenerate cartilage, and this is one of the best tools that you can use to do that. And then a 30-minute session of PEMF can generate 400 kilocalories of energy conversion, which is equivalent to the energy expenditure of 2 hours of aerobic exercise. Now, as much as I love not doing aerobic exercise, so this is oh my goodness, to sit there with your feet on for 30 minutes and use all those calories, that's pretty amazing as well. So that's some of the advantages of some of the things that the PEMF part of the device does. And just to give you an idea of the size of it, you can see somebody sitting with their feet on it here, so you can get an idea of the size of it and how easy it is. Also how easy it is to clean. It's a Many of the clinics have said to me that it's important for them, having client after client, that they can quickly and easily wipe it down, and they can see it very easily if it needs wiping down. And this is very, very easy, because there is another device similar to this. It's a lot more expensive, and it has a hood over it, which makes it difficult for clinics or whoever wants to clean it. So there you have it, that's what it looks like. Or again, we can see it here with a number of ladies all sitting. And here's one of the points as well. So they're sitting at a conference while they're having this done. It doesn't interfere with, as long as you sat there, it doesn't interfere with what you're doing. So we've talked about what it does. What about cost? Okay, so many of you are familiar already with the the iTera Bio version of this, which is the same technology, and it's $4,500 in the US, and it's over $5,000 in the UK, and various countries it varies, but $4,500 is the cheapest. This, you're going to be very pleased to hear, is nothing close to that, despite providing the same technology, the same PMFs, the same Terahertz. The cost of this is quite staggering for those of you that understand these kind of devices and frequency, because this is coming in at just under $1,000 plus shipping, which takes it to about $1,030–$1,040 in the US. It's available in the US and Canada in a 110 volt device. It's available in Europe and UK, Australia, New Zealand, etc. in a 220, and it's the same price. The shipping might vary a little depending on the country. In Australia it's the same cost exactly, and New Zealand is a fraction more, like $10 more or something for the shipping to the UK. So if you're interested in knowing more, get back to the person that shared this video with you. But the results on this exceed even the wand, and frankly the wand already was amazing. And now we've got, I mean, technology is just getting better and better. Now we've got something that even surpasses the wand, and at a price that frankly is phenomenal. And this is going to last you years and years and years, and you can use it on your whole family. The one thing that I will say, this is not something you'd be wanting to use if you have an electronic implant, such as a pacemaker or the ear thing. This is not something you'd be wanting to use in that situation. Other than that, most people are going to be able to use this very safely, very effectively, and very easily while they're watching a movie or something else. Alright, so get back to the person that gave you this, and they'll be able to answer any questions you have, and if you're ready to order, they'll be able to hook you up, and you get ongoing free support from us in everything that you need to know to use it professionally from holistic practitioners like myself. Alright, thanks very much. Bye bye.